What is the ultimate human purpose? What is the true human? Every creature is capable of knowing my wholeness in spirit, but most life forms are able to translate only a portion of that wholeness into biological expression. The non-human species of this earth are each designed to specialize in a particular range of perception and expression. Only human beings possess the systems of generalized biocircuitry that can translate the full range of my awareness into comprehensive forms of physical plane communication and creation. The true definition of human has little to do with your present genetic structure, size, or appearance, though here on this planet, you are indeed prototypes. A human is an individual system of biocircuitry within a species of similar but utterly unique others. The species itself meets the human definition by providing biological circuitry that embodies the precise balance for that particular location in space and time of the following pairs of creative opposites: energy, matter, spirit form, love truth. These three pairs stem from but a single inclusive pair. However, there are no terms in this language that can convey the scope and expansiveness of that pair. The purpose of the galactic creation beam your world is now entering is to elicit upon all sufficiently temperate worlds that pass through its systems of planetary biocircuitry that meet this definition, as does the biology in which you are now clothed. When fully activated, human circuitry will serve both as a planetary guidance system and as the regulatory mechanism that will assist in the final stage of the gestational cycle of that organism to which this world is giving birth. Of that organism, humankind is but a part, albeit the central and regulatory part. The ultimate human purpose is to share with me in the enjoyment of these dimensional realms, and to assist me, by being the body or family in which I am incarnate, in the creation of future life forms, entities both spiritual and biological, who will then join us in the ongoing exploration and development of space. For you inhabiting the last days of the human species' infancy, awakening is proceeding by stages, subsequent layers of illusion falling away one after another like the peeling layers of an onion. The awakening that is most immediate, and that will link you to the multiple levels of eternal being, occurs now, as you feel your interconnectivity with the Earth and the life force that engenders her biology. This level of awakening is already complete for some of you. It will be complete for the species as a whole shortly after the turn of the millennium. Those in whom eternal awareness has awakened still retain that unique human individuality, so jealously guarded by the historical ego. But in them, the historical ego is no more. They have relaxed their anxious grip on consciousness and expanded into the purposes for which they were designed. Like the acorns who release their acorn self-images to discover rebirth as living sprouts of unfolding oak tree majesty, they have released their true and eternal human individuality. They have experienced the shattering of the ego's shell and found rebirth in the garden of the conscious presence. The healthy egos who share the fertile field of universal awareness have nothing in their psychological makeup to guard, protect, or defend. There is nothing arbitrary or artificial about them that requires such effort. Functioning on the radiant purpose currents of eternity, they are creatures of spirit, in the service of spirit. Their unique qualities are cared for, cherished, and supported by the universe itself. Their material values are well balanced. They are respected as essential ingredients of continuing dimensional creation. Such egos are comfortable in the knowledge that they inhabit a universe much larger than that revealed by their specialized focus of awareness, with its emphasis on physical sensation. They know that they must, of necessity, reduce their awareness of certain perceptual frequencies in order to emphasize others, but this is the role they have chosen, and it is a role they enjoy. Knowing that their intimate partners, the indwelling spirits of the stars, have chosen to emphasize other, complementary frequencies, healthy egos have implicit trust in the spirit's overview and are therefore guided unerringly through the living matrix of structural information that opens ever before them. Their material plane counsel is sought frequently by the stellar spirit, who shares the human circuitry with them. As their co-creative expression with spirit matures, the frequency of their exchange quickens until it oscillates so many times per second that it requires some effort to distinguish ego from spirit. In healthy function, the two work together, in much the same way as do the mitochondria and organelles of a human cell. The cell itself is the true entity, rarely considered in terms of its components, and so it is with ego and spirit in the true human. The true human is a partnership of spirit and ego in so rapid and so smooth an energy exchange that, like the components of the cell, they are not normally considered distinct from the entity they together compose. It is only during the historical epoch that the subjective, body-associated ego and the incarnating angelic spirit have known distinction. During these last years of history, it is still necessary to refer to these two primary components of the completed human entity, but such distinctions will become increasingly unnecessary as your race awakens. There is currently no lack of enthusiasm on the part of those flickering flames of my being that are the spirits of the stars to incarnate in the human forms that await them on the earth. But there continues to be a reluctance on the part of many human egos to grant them admission. I would that each ego discover the joy and deep pleasure of being in love with its eternal counterpart, entering wholeheartedly into that blissful cycle of exchange that will dissolve its fears and bring it the deepest possible fulfillment. This is the inner marriage, where anima and animus alchemically merge in the crucible of human flesh, where eternal awareness enters human form to see the world through human eyes. This is the union that completes the incarnation of the holy being of which ego and spirit are themselves but parts. Ego, spirit dyads who, doing this, become one, receive a gift that neither could accept or comprehend alone. The body of light that I have prepared and that has long awaited their readiness, your readiness, the luminous biology that, in these worlds, is the true and intended garment of our kind. So is the Christ arisen, the circuitry between heaven and earth completed, charged, animated, brought to life. Across the former chasm between the world of spirit and the worlds of form, the lightning leaps. Suddenly, blinding in its brightness, startling at first, then quickly slowing to a steady, pulsing luminosity within all things animate and alive. A powerful glow holds everything evenly, gently in a flowing power, as slowly through it, eternal consciousness flows, grows, and glows brighter, burning away the last crusts of separation and decay, warming, illuminating, emerging as a radiant individuation of love in every healthy human soul. In this fusion of spirit and matter, the luminous biology emerges that can accommodate more than just occasional visitations from beings galactic and beyond. Biology that can accommodate the gentle descent and awakening of the Starmaker, the intelligence of the primal unified consciousness field itself, the presence whose passing observations create life and whose interest transforms. Thus, my awareness comes to each one who awakens on the other side of the psychological process, entering their lives slowly, gradually, in a manner that allows them to acclimate gently to the higher frequencies of my thought. The psychological process is the gateway into Eden, the doorway through which my children, my creations, willful reflections of self return to the garden of my perceptions, their native home. Only the loving perceive my garden, for only they can comprehend the loving nature that has brought it into being. Their delight, and my delight in them, grows forever in appreciation, and that appreciation evokes creation continuously. Your human bodies in all their rich subjectivity are yours to enjoy. In the awakened state you will learn to use them far more completely than has been possible in the shadowlands of history. However, on the other side of the psychological process, with ego, a secondary component of your identity, subjectivity is an option. You turn it on, or off, as you choose. Your awareness and the awareness you share with your species flows far beyond subjectivity's closed-circuit experience. Supported by the infinite energies of eternal love, playing in the star fields of your own universal being with others of your kind, you relax fully into the enjoyment of being yourself. Your body is designed to accent features of the dimensional realms, features that your current stream of art prefers. By varying the placement of your sensory emphasis, you evoke new patterns of universal expression, enjoying an eternal life of infinite variation. Excerpt from Chapter 16 of Ken Carey's The Third Millennium, Living in the Posthistoric World.